Hello everyone! Today I will show you how I painted two different canvases with oils. Both motifs are landscapes, so I hope you enjoy it. Some weeks ago you saw me painting this on my big cheap sketchbook with wash, and I used a reference image to design this. The idea was to not copy the exact colors from the image that I was referencing, but to find my own colors. It will end up like this with very strong colors and some pastel colors, and I really like it. So today I will show you how I transferred this idea to a bigger canvas. As usual, I started painting the sky, and I mixed the sky color on my palette, but then I just started mixing directly on the canvas. Continued painting the hills in the back, and at this point I am just filling in with different colors with a thin layer, and at some point I will have to find a better solution to hold my canvas because it is moving a lot, as you can see, but so far it works. I have different ideas of what I can do, but for now this is the setup. So I didn't show you how I sketched this, but I did it as I usually do with yellow ochre, and you will see from the footage that I will make some corrections further in the video. And the good thing about oils is that you can cover up with the new layers also when it is wet. It's not so easy, but it's not impossible. If you're painting with other materials that like wash or acrylics, you can also do this. So everything can be fixed, no worries. Here you can see that I'm not satisfied with the line of this fill in the front goes. I wanted the painting to have the same effect that as the painting on my sketchbook had, but because this is another format, the proportions are not the same, and this is a little bit challenging. But here, so you can see here, I'm trying elevating that line to see how that worked, and I think I will take it a little bit down later. I can't remember.
And I can just do these over and over. So we were on a camping trip this week. Actually, I meant to keep the first one.
And that is one of the channels that I listen to a lot. I'm sure some of you can recognize her voice. That was Sandy Hester. I will leave the links down below to her channel and also to this podcast that I was listening to. She has a ton of inspiration on her channel, and she is an amazing artist that I love to follow. So yes, go and check her out if you are interested. So this is what I painted, or as far as I got last week, on this oil painting, quite big. It's 1 meter by 80 centimeters, and I am using my own sketch from the sketchbook as reference, and I also have the reference image here just in case. Last week, and it has been standing here, I didn't have time to continue painting, but today I will try to finish it. The only thing bad about leaving a painting like this for some days is like the palette dries completely, so I have removed some of the old painting and I have left what I think is still wet, and I mixed these new ones because I needed to sign 2 other paintings. So yeah, new painting, and hopefully I can finish this today. So this painting wasn't one of those that just goes easy peasy for me. I had some challenges, not the big ones or anything that I couldn't resolve. So this painting gave me quite a lot of challenges. As you can see, I had to fix some things in the composition sometimes, and the next thing that I had to work a bit on were the clouds. I didn't really like how the clouds were painted in the sketch, and I am not too good at painting clouds. At least I don't feel that I have enough practice with this, but so I used quite a lot of time to paint them. As in many things, you have to arm yourself with patience and don't give up, and that is what I did with these clouds. And at the end, I liked how this right side with the clouds looked like, but then I had to figure out how I would place the other clouds on the other side. I actually ended up correcting the angle that I initially sketched them in, meaning the ones on the left side. And I will speed this part up. Once I finished with the clouds, I could continue with all the small trees and bushes, all the greenery more in the front. I'm trying all the time to keep my brush strokes loose and not go into too many details. I feel like I'm getting better to it, but I still have to think about it each time I paint, to not be so precise. The way I painted this little part, I don't know what to call it, with those small trees, I really liked how I painted it. I really like how I used the paint brush and the brush strokes I think that is the way I would like to paint more in that way. Yeah, I don't know if it looks perfect or perfect in the imperfect way. Can you say that? But I really like the way I handled that. Once I finished with all the trees and bushes on the sides, I continued painting this, I don't know what you can call it, as hill in the front. And yeah, it's a big patch of yellow and with some trees and bushes. So I wanted to keep this loose way of painting, not only the trees, and you can see me painting here, but also the ground. And it was because it was such a big space. It was difficult to give it some, how can you say that, keep it interesting. Then I left it there and continue working with the bushes in the front. Sometimes it's good to leave when you're not sure. Leave that thing and continue with another, and maybe when you come back you have a solution for the problem. And the last thing that I had to paint here to finish this painting, at least that is what I thought, was the grasses in the front, and I did them very loose, as expressive as I could. And it's the only part where I used a very thin brush, because I wanted these thin grasses in the front. And then I signed the canvas. And again, I thought I was finished with this, but I wasn't. Today is Thursday, and I should be uploading a new video for tomorrow, and I thought I was finished with this one. I have it hanging here on my wall so it can dry, but I have been looking at it, and there are some things that I am not happy with, and it is this area here. So I think I will take this down and work a little bit more on it. So yeah. So this, one of the problems is that the image here, the painting here in the sketchbook is not the same proportion that the canvas. So that's why the design looks a little bit different. So I have to resolve this in some way. So what I would need to do, I think, or how I will tackle this, is to put maybe some more texture here of grasses. And I don't like the way this is, like the way it's painted is makes it look like it goes very deep here, this field, and it's too much. I'm also thinking that though these trees are small young trees and bushes, maybe I will try to make this one bigger. And what I might do is to take a picture of this and try it out in Photoshop first, because if I put a lot of dark color here and I don't like it, it will be very difficult to cover up with this yellow color again. So that's the idea. And here's the final result for this first painting. I had some struggles painting this one. I really like how it turned out at the end. Let me know what you think. And as an extra, I wanted to show you some footage of another painting that I did. I think it was at the end of last year. This one I painted it from a summer landscape. It's a sunset. I am referencing a photo that I took just a few meters here from where I live. This painting went without any struggle at all. I just painted without, it just went very smooth. And I will leave you now with these images, and I will get back to you at the end. I haven't filmed all the process because I wanted to work a little bit more focused. So I'm sorry for that. But I hope this is inspiring anyways. So I'm really happy with this one. See, I think it's one of my favorites so far. And because I was using a reference, a photo reference, I went a little bit more tight and I didn't make any sketch to work from. So I think that is the reason. But I did keep the foreground very loose, so I'm very happy with the result. That is all what I had for you today. If you haven't already, you can follow me. I share videos like this weekly. Also all about my experiments in my sketchbook, vlogs, and all what is happening here behind the scenes in my little studio. Also, please give it this video a like if you liked it. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.